I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody like a definition of hanking. In Dayton, people selling drugs, they called it hanking. If a nigga was selling a lot of dope, they like, what I'm saying, I'm hanking.
Yeah.
So what I did it took and put a positive spin to it. So I took the word hanking and I made it stand for when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit.
This is a certified hood classic.
We've been had money. Money ain't nothing without us being together. It don't make no difference if you the maid or if you the motherfucking bodyguard. Everybody get extras around here, friends benefits. Everybody travel from place to place and kick it with each other, and every place is like home.
Watch out, got that sauce.
Let's get it.
Welcome to my city, Westwood, they know Ohio. Midwest players and hustlers, check the bio. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. I'm in love with the game. Run, Hopper, Norris, Cole. Ohio player self-made. Jam City, we on gold. M-double-G, yeah, money go getters. Real niggas bout that life. Niggas can't up with
They
us.
call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it.
Salute to all the hustle, Jay, Charlie, Bugs, and Round, Keith, Denny, Burt, Earl, the D-boys in the alleys, Chino and Lil J, J, Mac and Carleon, Skane, Key and Diamond Cut, DBM, you know we own. I used to cook the D, I did corn, shoot the 3, when he played for the Heats, then I flooded the streets. Hustle gang, that's my squad, that's my motherfucking team, just might be your worst nightmare, or sell you a dream. We all about the money, up the system, they corrupt, ain't no credit, straight cash,
So I got my hustle up. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it.
Matter of fact, after you leave here, you end up getting your teeth on something and coming up with something better. You know what I'm saying? Like a new car, new house, maybe the kids get to go to school, private school, paid for, courtesy of the mom. You know what I'm saying? We pay. You know, that's simple. A lot of niggas don't like to spend their money. We love to spend our money. You can't take none of this shit with us. None. Ain't no armored trucks pulling up at no funerals. Simple.
My boy Hankin TV, that's my dog. He gonna be on the channel real soon. I think tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hankin TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.
What's the word? What's the word, man? I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button for me. I see y'all down there, but I don't see no likes. Hit that like, you hear me? We got a fire interview coming up tonight, man. Y'all already know. I got the show. Already know I got the show I do call them Tales from the Cell. This is gonna be like an extension of it. We definitely got a good guy up here. He got some good things going on. We definitely can relate. He did some time in the joint.
Mhm.
Um, he about to tell us, about his plight, man. If you can, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man.
All right, what's good, everyone? My name is James Pitt, also known as the American Felon. I just came home from serving a 12-year sentence in the New York State Department of Corrections. And right now, I'm building this movement, like I said, American Felon. We got the merch. We got a lot of stuff in store. Just tune in, follow the wave.
Well, definitely. Let's start off with the name, man. Explain the name to us, American Felon. How did you come up with the name American Felon?
Well, American Felon, like, to be honest, I needed something to stand out. As far as the media goes, mainstream media goes, felons are always looked down upon. We're more like second class, even third class citizens in our own country. So I felt that, being a felon, in order to get change, we have to stand on the forefront. We can't be ashamed of our status. And so I just figured that it was bold enough, it was out there, and let's run with it.
Right, most definitely. Okay, you said you just came home from doing a 12-year bit, but you also say you from New York, man. How was it growing up in New York?
New York, New York is, I love it. I love it. There's no place like home. I was originally born in Brooklyn. I ain't lived there too long. I moved upstate a little north to a small town called Spring Valley, New York, Rockland County. And for the most part, Rockland was like every other hood. It had its ups and downs. It had its love. It had its communities. But we we will always look past. Every time Spring Valley, Rockland County's mentioned, it's always what's that? Where's that? And and we're definitely starting to change things. We're making noise. We're making progress.
Right, right, man. We definitely know up there in New York, man. They got them super strict gun laws up there, man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That was actually one of the charges I actually went up top for, and received 10 for. Actually, was a gun possession. You
Okay,
know,
okay. So what was you into? What was you into growing up, man? I know you ain't always been into trouble. So what was you into?
nah, I had my childhood was tumultuous. Tentative. Ups and downs. I was raised in a single parent household. My just my pops and my two other siblings. Pops was in and out the hospital sick. He had to do dialysis, had a couple kidney transplants. So, there wasn't much we did as a family, but the things that we did do were definitely significant, and you really shaped my life. Like he used to enroll us in camps. He used to take us hiking, fishing. So we was always outdoors. So I knew how to tie a slip knot at the age of 9. Knew how to cut fishing wire, how to catch a fish, do all sorts of things, and that was what I was really into growing up, horseback riding and different things that a lot of the other kids from my neighborhood weren't into.
Right. So was you getting into any trouble when you was growing up, or was you always really on the straight and narrow?
Not for the most part, I mean, yeah, I was lashing out. Like I said, my father was in and out the hospital, and we ain't really have much growing up. So school was difficult, challenging, getting bullied. And so it was just one day, I started fighting back. Then, it just took off from there. Trouble started happening in school. I'm getting suspended, but, it is what it is. Like, I refuse to get bullied anymore. And eventually, living that type of having that type of attitude and carrying it carries outside of school, and so that started shaping my outlook on life and the new direction I took.
Right. Man, when you do the kind of time that you did, we go through there, we learn a lot of things, there's a whole lot of things that we said we would do different. So,
Mhm.
what's some advice that you would give to some young people and even some adults out there that are being bullied right now? Not what was some advice you would give them not to land them in prison?
I mean, bullying is a phase. Usually, you got to understand that. Usually, when a person is bullying you, it's something that they're lacking. But it's never right. But it's something you got to endure. You feel me? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Um, Trying to just always fighting back is not always the answer. Violence isn't always the answer. It definitely not. Violence begets violence, and it just continues a cycle. And eventually, you're gonna find yourself in a situation you can't get out of. Like I found myself in plenty of times.
Right. So when you caught this bid, was this your first time like experiencing the county jail and going to jail? Period.
No, actually, I did time. I did time on 2 previous occasions. The first time I did was sent away was for a year. I had to go to a juvenile center. This incident actually stemmed from a party, an after school party that I attended with my sister. One of the individuals, um, her friend that was actually throwing the party, she was a Latino chick, and she was playing more of the hip hop and the Latin kings that were in there. They were, catching attitudes and, started an argument, and then we ended up fighting. And a few weeks later, Thanksgiving, one of the individuals that was at the party, he had, you know, swung a bat. I swung a belt at my sister, and I caught him, and I beat him up, and I ended up catching a robbery charge over it, and I got sent to the juvenile for it. I had to do a year for that, and I did time in the county jail for gang assault, for stabbing a rival gang member, a Crip.
Oh, okay. So you ain't gonna play. So when you caught this case right here, they gave you the 12 years. When you went in there, you knew like, man, this is a serious case. So how did it feel, man, when you went in there knowing you was facing a lot of time?
I mean, when I first, like I initially said, I initially went up for the gun possession. I copped out to 10 years. When I got copped out to 10 years, I was 21 going on 22. So, at that time I'm young. I'm like, I'm never coming home. I'm about to go up here. I'm about to, perform. I'm from, like I said, Spring Valley. Nobody heard of it. You about to hear of it now. You feel me? And I went up there and I started doing what I had to do. Performing, getting my hands dirty. And maybe about I want to say 5 years, going on 5 years into my sentence, 10-year sentence. I had a visit from some Rockland County detectives while I was in the box, and they were interrogating me, investigating a robbery, kidnapping that they said I had took part in, and eventually they ended up taking my toothbrush and other items from my cell, and they said they had a hit on the DNA from the scene, and subsequently I ended up pleading guilty to 14 years for a robbery one
Mm,
concurrent. So they ran the 14 and 10 years concurrent.
right. And out there, man, for the people who don't know, tell them what the box is. Explain the box to them.
Well, in New York, it's not called the box. I mean, it's referred to as the box. It's one of the. It's actually called the Special Housing Unit, SHU. Shoot, it's pretty much the box like you see in all the movies, Life, and all. Pretty much, you're in your cell. You don't come out. 24 hours a day. You probably get an hour out your cell. But it changed a lot now since I've been home. They enacted some new rules that allows inmates to come out for extended periods of time. So it's different. But with the time I was there was no phones. You only could communicate through letters. It was definitely not something I wish on my enemy. Like, that's not a good experience being in there. No.
Right. So let the people know, man, what was a typical day? What was a typical day like in there for you?
I mean, mainly I stay to myself unless, I mainly stay to myself. I'm an introvert naturally, so I was mainly staying to myself, staying into my studies. As much trouble and disciplinary I was getting into, I made sure to keep my head in the books. I knew that there was still a bigger picture. I got to do what I got to do in the time being, but I also got a plan for my future. So I made sure that I educated myself. I'm autodidact, but I also did go to school. I took a correspondence program. I was taking a correspondence program for a paralegal diploma, so I can take a certification exam. I should do that. I also went to school and got a certification in business management and entrepreneurship, and I'm 30 credits away from my AAS degree. So I got a vocational trade in computer operations. So I'm all right with the programming. I can know how to code, basic coding, things like that. I made sure I learned. I wasn't no dummy. I use that time wisely. That's time you're never gonna get back.
Right, that's definitely dope. Uh, growing up, we hear uncles, parents, older people tell us, you don't want to go to jail, this and that. You know what I'm saying? How did you adapt to prison life, man?
I mean, I'm a natural adapter. Like, you feel me? You put me anywhere, I'm gonna read the room. I'm naturally quiet, so I'm observant. So, there's prison is a world itself. It's a different animal. it plays by different rules. You know, you gotta individuals that come in there thinking that, oh, I'm the toughest in the world. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You really see what's going on because there's a hierarchy. There's a system that has to be followed, and you know that's mainly what I did. I came in there. I kept my head low. You know, I peeped game. I seen who had the power. I seen what was going on, and you know, I played my position. And you know, when it was time to get my hands dirty, I did what I had to do. And you know, but I always made sure to stay focused.
Got it, man. You got to stay focused, and you got to most definitely keep your head on the swivel.
Hmm.
What's some of the misconceptions, man, you think people have about people being incarcerated, the free world? What's some misconceptions you think they have about it?
The main one is that the once a criminal always a criminal. And you know, I use that with the company American Felon, that you know, once a criminal doesn't mean always a criminal, because there's individuals that do have felonies, that do have records, that are living successful lives, that have left prison and never looked back, you know, but the mainstream media always ignores it. They don't want to show you those stories because they want to they want to prove to the world that there's a crime problem when actually crime is on the decline, you know.
Right,
It's just
right. And man,
mhm.
what's some of the biggest challenges you think you faced while you was in there?
um Mainly, you know, it's had a you know, I use my time wisely, but even then it's like managing your time, you know, trying to find stuff to do when things are so repetitive, you know. It's just basic: wake up, program, eat, program, you know, work out, you know. And so you just had to find ways that, you know, occupy yourself, reading and things like that, you know, to keep busy.
Right. Um, man, I was facing a life bit, man, and when you facing a life bit, I mean, like life bit, a long time, you pretty much you think it's over, but you can't give up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you young. You said you was 21.
Mhm.
Um, you knew you was facing a lot of time. How did you stay motivated and stop from giving up?
Well, like my son, my son, he was going on 3 years old. You know, I had him to think about. My father, like I said, my father's been in my life my entire. He raised me. He was sick. I know he was still sick. You know, and my daughter was just born. Well, she was just born. 2 days after I got locked up. That crushed me. You know, I'm like, and she was autistic. She's born autistic. So, you know, I just had to keep that in my mind. Like, I got to get back to them. Like, they need me. And my son, I know eventually he's gonna get to that point where he starts hearing the stories about me, you know, and what I've done. And I don't want him to think that it's something to glorified or be proud of, you know. Everything I've done, everything that I did, everything that I continue to do, I did it so they won't have to, you know, as a father. Like, you know, you gotta lead by be better, provide a better life for them. So that just kept me motivated to get through. And you know, I did it. I did
Most
it.
definitely. You told us, you took some classes in there, learn computer, how to program and stuff like that. Man, what's some things you think you learned in there, man, to make yourself better for when you get out?
Yeah, everything. You know, like I said, I'm autodidact, and when I mean autodidact and learning, I just don't, you know, learn from my experiences. I watch other people. I learn from theirs. I hear their stories, and you know, I take advice. I take constructive criticism. You know, everything is a lesson. Everybody got something to teach. You feel me? You may not need it at that exact moment, but when the time comes, you can reflect and be like, okay, I'm glad I actually listened to that piece of advice, to those words of wisdom, because they definitely came in handy, you know. So
Right.
it's everything to learn. There was always a learning. There was always something to learn, regardless. Just watching TV, like I used to. I'm not gonna say I used to control the TV room, but you know, when I'm in the TV room, I don't go in the TV room. But when I'm in the TV room, Shark Tank or the food that built America is on. You're gonna learn something in here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna educate yourself. You got to be more than just this environment. You know, and
Right.
I was, that's the type of time I was on.
Right, man. That's the same. That's the same way I was, man. I wanted something on the TV that we can learn. You know what I'm saying? I could something of some substance. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
Absolutely.
the Shark Tank could be on. We got the Discovery Channel guys. They want to sit around and watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians or something. No,
Hmm.
man, we change. We need to watch some of some substance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. This is only temporary. People we and this is like black people and hood people as a whole. Like we only look at the moment and we don't see the future. Like this is only temporary. We got to plan for our future. We got to make something. We got to do better. Otherwise, our kids are gonna just go through the same cycle we did.
Right. And what's some of the plans that you began making for yourself, preparing for you to get out?
Like well, one of the plans, like I said, is as I started is the American Felon brand. Those that was one of the main things I wanted to really get off because um I witnessed a father and son sleeping a few beds away from each other, and I'm thinking like, dang, what if this was me? I got a son. Like, I don't want that. Like, and I figure, you know, this is only happening because it's a generational problem, the father gets incarcerated. He comes home. He has no skills, no resources to do better. They just jump back into the life. And, the sons, the children look up to that, you know,
Right.
and we got to do better. So American Felon, the whole point behind American Felon was to try to help individuals not only find jobs but start their own businesses, you know. And part of that is investing some of the money, some of the profits we generate from selling our merchandise and products we develop, back into those endeavors.
Right. Because man, there's definitely a lot of talent in there, man.
Yes, it's definitely overlooked talent, that doesn't get a chance, because we're locked out of mainstream America, and this is what American Felon is about. We're gonna be in your face. We're gonna be here. We're not ashamed. We're not ashamed of our status. You're not gonna make us feel inferior. You're not gonna do any of that. We're living
Right.
good lives. I'm working 2 jobs. I start school back next month. You know, and I'm working. I got the American Felon brand. I'm always working. I'm working. I'm showing that it can be done. I'm showing
Most
that it
definitely can. Man,
can.
I did a lot of time and then I lost a lot. And I said if I could go back and do it over again, I wouldn't do it because it made me into the person I am today. If you could go back and do it over again, would you change anything?
No, I was asked this question multiple times. I'm not changing anything. I am who I am because of everything I experienced. Any little small change will probably be like the movie The Butterfly Effect with nah, no. I like who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I love who I am, Word.
Right. So let's get into the to the American Felon, man. We're gonna promote and push the American Felon, man, to the people, man, because I got a close friend of mine, man. He just came home from doing 32 and a half years, man. He paid
Well,
his debt to society. He's struggling with getting a job right now. I went through that when I first came home, man, and I think it's good, man, to have organization platforms that's really pushing that and that's not into it for the money. So you kind of told us some of it. Tell us people some more about the American Felon and what all it entails.
yeah. Well, we're actually. I was just talking to one of our managers, our American Felon managers, Dawn Bryan. So we're trying to get into the works. We dropped the website. We're still working on the website, but we're trying to build a directory into the website with that focuses just on resources. So those individuals that are coming home, they can find organizations by their state, by state and by county to make it easier to re-enter society as law-abiding citizens, to be honest. Uh, but that's mainly what we're trying to do. But we are a company, but we're still a social company at the end of the day. So we're focused. We want money, but we're also focused on giving back. Like that's the main purpose. You got to give back. There's individuals that are out there that need help, that assistance, and the government is just ignoring them. You know, it's unbelievable that individuals could come home from doing a certain amount of time and not have anywhere to go or not have
Right.
food to get. You know, that's ridiculous. They're unprepared, and it's just a recipe for disaster. You know, individuals don't look at it that crime can affect them until it actually affects them. Like, you know, so if an individual can't find a job, if they can't find housing, if they're struggling, if they got kids to feed, and they're gonna go back to doing what they've been doing, either selling drugs, picking up a gun, sticking it in your face, give me your money. I need,
Right.
you know, and how you gonna be mad? You're not open. You don't got no doors open. You got no doors open. All the doors are shut. We got credentials. There's individuals that can do hair to do, you know, and you're putting them through the ringer just to get these credentials to keep them out, and it's affecting the whole society. We're falling behind. If you look at other countries, they're pulling way ahead of us.
Right. Right. Um, I like I said, I experienced it. I don't care how much a person plot and plan, it still can be hard and a struggle for people getting out of prison and becoming successful. What's some advice that you would give someone coming home from prison, man?
Yeah, it's you know, my situation was a little different. I came home, you know, I had some good people in my corner, so it made my transition a lot smoother. But all I can say is try to build connections while you're in there. Network, you know, because especially with the family connections, having a place to go home to, a peaceful place where you can rest your head, you know, that's essential. That's number one. You gotta have a place to go home where you don't have to worry about um individuals, you know, getting revenge or any things of that sort. That's, you gotta have the peace of mind. You gotta have the
Right.
peace, and there gotta be that, like I said, we gotta create the resources. We're gonna try to find the resources to try to make that transition a lot better. Try to plug individuals with the organizations that can give them housing on the come home, because changing an environment, people, places, and things. That's the number one rule coming out of prison. Change your people, places, and things.
Right. Like you said, man, when you came home, you had a pretty strong support system, man. For people out there, man, I know they got everybody. I don't care, in their family got somebody locked up, man. I'm letting people know, man, how important it is for people to incarcerate to have support from the outside.
You need support, especially, you know, prison gets lonely, you know. Even though it's close quarters, you're around a bunch of guys every day, you get lonely. There's certain things that you can't express with each other, you know, and you got your thoughts. Some people, you know, it just feels good to just pick up the phone and talk to someone that you know cares, you know, that can give you hope that there's still a future, a chance for you on the outside, and a lot of individuals don't have that. A lot of
Right.
individuals don't have it, and you know, it leads them to start, you know, doing heavy drugs, you know, K2 and stuff like that, and you know, it's terrible, terrible. Family connections is essential for any individual that's incarcerated.
Right. It ain't always about money, man. Like you said,
Um,
letters, phone calls, just to know somebody in your corner, supporting you and fighting for you. You know what I'm saying?
that's it.
You said you told us about some of the programs and the trades you took in there. What's some programs that you see lacking that you think they need to have in prisons that you didn't see when you was in there?
Well, first and foremost, those are the programs that are lacking. They don't have, like, the programs that are offered are, I'm not gonna say antiquated, but they need to be updated, you know, and this is a more technological world that we're moving towards, and they're still using old systems. You can't have individuals coming home um and thinking that they're just going to be able to get a jump on the technology that's evolving. You know, I have trouble with the phone. You know, I still have trouble with my iPhone. I was
Right.
lost. You're not preparing us for that. You're not preparing us for financial literacy. You're not preparing us on building credit. You're not preparing us for a lot of things that we need. You
Right.
know, you're focusing on, oh yeah, we need the drug counseling, we need anger management. Most of the time we don't even need anger management, you know? Like how many individuals in there are actually punching individuals in the face? Like there's fights that happen, but there's individuals that go their whole incarceration without a fight, but you're still making them take anger management program. You know,
Right.
it's a waste of money, a taxpayer money, instead when you can use that and shift it towards programs that can be beneficial.
Right. And that's one of the things I said, man. I said guys getting out, they should already have them an email set up. They should know about making emails and stuff like that, because that's one of the main things you need when you get out is an email.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I also agree and think it should be more geared through technology, computer literacy, phone literacy, and stuff like that, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Teach them how to write the resumes, you know. There's a lot that can be done, you know, and we're gonna work towards that. You know, it's one step at a time. We're definitely gonna work towards that with American Felon, and try to get programs going, or try to, you know, implement ideas that can be useful to transform docs.
Right. And by you being involved with that, man, what's some things the community can do to help get programs implemented in the prisons, man?
I mean, the community could just, you know, support. You know, a lot of times the community, especially your community, you know, you come from your hometown. A lot of times you won't get a lot of the love you think you will receive. You know, and that's all that's really needed. It doesn't take much to, you know, like something, to share it, to do whatever, get behind it. You know, especially if it's beneficial to you and yours in the long run. You know, you just support it, just support the cause, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take the rest.
Right. You got the American Felon YouTube channel. Tell the people about that.
Yeah, on the our American Felon YouTube channel, this is where we upload shorts, which you can find on our other social media platforms, Instagram, but we also do the long term interviews on there. We just started. There's already my one on one that I did, and as well as the Crippin' Ain't Easy episode. So we're about to drop another episode, Stone to the Bone, on I believe the 28th or 29th. So just stay in tune for that. And yeah, American Felon TV. Yeah, we're here. We're telling true stories, the real deal. You know, no sugarcoating, about individuals who lived that life, but transformed. They were able to bounce back, to come back and prove that, you know, there's a chance for success. That they don't always have to go back to throwing stones at the penitentiary. That, you know, it's possible to change. Once a criminal doesn't have to mean always a criminal.
Right, right, right. You told us about the strong support system you had coming home, but yet, what's some of the struggles you think you faced when you was released?
Um, Mainly, I had like to be honest, finding a job was one. You know, a lot of jobs turned me down. You know, after, you know, the felony came up. Even the current job I'm at now, you know, in the beginning, you know, it's going good. It's the hiring, you know, oh yeah, looking forward to working with you. And then when, you know, I revealed that I had the felony, I could see the change in the atmosphere. You feel me? Even though
Right,
I eventually subsequently got the job, which I'm grateful for them giving me a chance. Shout out Hannaford. But I seen the initial hesitation, and then, you know, that's one of the barriers, another barrier that a lot of felons face. You know, that we don't get that chance to prove ourselves in the workplace. You know, the doors are closed, even if we got the skills to do the job.
right. Um, by a lot of people becoming entrepreneurs, you know, it's a lot of people out there that got their own business, so they are considered employers. One of the things that I tell people, me personally, I believe people getting out of prison are the hardest workers because they already disciplined. So for people out there that's employers, what's some things you would tell them about hiring people that's convicted felons?
Well, to be honest, felons are a different breed of human beings, and you know, um, like the things we endure, the experience we have dealing with the streets, it set us up to, you know, take on a lot of tasks that um are in the real world, are in the real business world. You know, a lot of individuals sold drugs, you know, so they know how to sell a product. They know how to market a product. Some individuals rob, you know, home invasions. They know how to organize. They know how to plan right, plan to the detail, you know, and things like that. So you got to take into account that we have the skills, although they might not be the skills that, and we don't have them in the exact role you thinking, but there's skills nonetheless that were able to make us successful in what we were doing in the streets for a period of time.
Right, right. And with the American Felon, do you plan on expanding it outside of New York?
Absolutely. We want to take American Felon nationwide through the country. Like I said, this is a not only a company, but it's a movement. It's a lifestyle. It's living your life without feeling ashamed, you know, and without throwing stones at the penitentiary. It can be done. I'm doing it. I'm living proof. I'm out here. Like anybody that knows my story, knows me personally, knows that I was you know, really out there in the streets. Like, you know, there's times people really thought it was over. Like, oh, he's never coming home now. He did this, you know. But I'm here. I came home and I'm sticking to the plan. It can be done. You just got to stay focused and you got to be consistent.
Right, right, right. And man, what's some advice that you would give someone getting out of prison, man, and they finding it hard, they about ready to give up and go back to their old lifestyle. Man, what's some advice you would give them to keep going?
I mean, you know, I heard this old saying, or I read it in a book. I think it was by Napoleon Hill. Don't stop short of gold. You know, stop 5 feet of gold. You know, it's the times when things are at their most crucial, when the breakthrough is about to come. You know, when things feel like they're just about to fall, your back is against the wall. That's when you're actually supposed to push through, because that's when the universe is testing you. They're testing you. They're seeing if you're built for what's about to come, and a lot of people crumble. So you know, I would tell them, you know, stand firm, stay consistent, and remember what it's like to be locked up while you're free, so you won't have to remember what it's like to be free while you locked up.
Right. And is there anything you like to tell people um about your experience that's not talked about a lot?
You know, just me. The whole story is an example. Like everything's not as far as prison. You know, uh, man, listen, man, prison is for the birds, man, and in prison you ain't even got to really be. I only can speak for New York prison, but the inmates aren't even really the least of your problems. You know, you got to worry about the guards. You know,
Right.
the guards are the fucking problem. They're killing people. Governors killing people. You know, I got my ass kicked in Great Medical Facility. I thought I was about to die. You know, the nurses ain't doing nothing. They left the room while I'm getting beat on by sergeants and COs that are 6 feet tall. You know, like this is not talked about, and this is what you know is happening up there, and and it can happen to you. There's plenty of people that go up north with a short stay and get left.
Right. You got the brand. You doing the American Felon. You about to go to college. You working 2 jobs. You got anything else going out? What else you got? You got anything going on outside of that? Outside of American Felon?
Man, you know, I'm just, you know, being a father, trying to, you know, be present in my kid's life, be, you know, just be here, you know, you know, enjoy freedom, you know. My loved ones, they really believed in me, you know, so I want to show them that I did change, you know. I'm here. I'm just in I appreciate life. I'm not taking nothing for granted, you know.
Right. Shout out to Lovely Cherokee for the super chat. And there's one thing I want to tell the people out there, man. That may just got out of prison or who been out of prison. Me, I'm going through something right now. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to just tell everybody, man, the best thing to do is just to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, man.
I,
For the American Felon brand, man, tell the people how they can purchase the merch or get what you some of the things that you offer.
yeah, well, you can find us, like I said, on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook Shop, or visit our website, AmericanFelonTV.com. You know, you could DM me personally, my page, James Pitt, or Big Business. You go to the American Felon TV page, and I'll chop it up. You know, you want to buy a hoodie? What's up? We'll talk. Get the merch. Like I said, 25% of our yearly profits are donated or reinvested back into helping felons find jobs and start their own businesses. It's a win-win for everybody, you know, and it definitely helps the community because it takes a village.
Right. I don't want to hold you too long, but I want to ask you something. I'm here in Ohio, and I just want to see if it's happening in other places. So when I was incarcerated, man, I clinged on to the reentry program that they had in there, man. I had big hopes in it because I knew it was gonna be hard for me when I got out. But when I got out, come to find out, it was a scam. They was just doing it for the money. They really wasn't producing nothing or helping nobody. How was your experience in New York with the reentry programs, man?
Well, I mean, the reentry program I was dealing with on an initial come home, I think it's called Family of Woodstock. They was really hands on, you know, trying to see if I needed help with enrolling back in school, or with the EBT and food stamps and Medicaid, you know. So this area, it was pretty decent, you know, and it's unfortunate that other areas are just in it for the money, because there's individuals that need help and they want help, and we're always getting taken advantage of, and we really have no voice, and that's what we're trying to do with American Felon. We're giving you that voice.
Right. And I think the reason they're allowed to get away with that, man, because people don't care about the felon anyway. You know, it just turned out to be a money grab, man. It kind of like disappointed me, and I lost all faith in the reentry program. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know what the American Felon got coming up next, what they could be looking for.
Yeah, well, like I said, we got another interview dropping, Stone to the Bone, on the YouTube. You can check it out. It's coming in another week or two, the 28th, 29th. I'm not sure. I got a lot going on. Yeah, we also about to drop the ebooks. We're trying to get the publishing company going and the vendor service. We're working behind the scenes as well as on the scenes. So just stay in tune. Follow us on all platforms, and you'll be surprised. You'll love it. I'm telling you, you'll love what we got going on.
That's what's up, man. You definitely gotta have me through, man, to tell my story, man. I got a story, man.
Definitely, bro. I would love to have you on. I know you got some great wisdom to share. I would definitely love to bring you on anytime.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for coming through. I'm definitely gonna stay tapped in with you, man. And I got you. I'm behind your back, man. I'm pushing and sharing anything I see you got coming out, man.
I appreciate it, and I'll definitely do the same, brother. As each one help each other, man. Definitely, man.
You already know. Thanks. I'm gonna be hitting you up.
All right, bro.
All right, all right. Good
Yep.
looking. Yep. I got the links to American Felon YouTube and Instagram in the description of this video. So man, make sure y'all slide through, show some support. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. So just make sure y'all slide through, show some support. I'm about to crank back up my Tales from the Cell. You know, it's like I said, I had a series called Tales from the Cell where I was telling prison stories and also interviewing people who did a lengthy amount of time in prison and got out and became successful. But I got a story I got for y'all. I can't give it to y'all right now because it's gonna be good. I'm still going through the storm with this technology, man. Y'all know anybody can see something, and then I just can't tell the story right now. But I definitely got a dope story for y'all. It's gonna be real inspirational. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a story letting people know, man, no matter what happened, don't give up. Just take it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna work out. Make sure y'all slide through Wednesday. I got a dope interview coming up with a artist out of Dayton, Ohio, C Server. He did some time in prison, so I got him coming through. He's an entrepreneur, artist. He does a lot in the community. So make sure y'all slide through Wednesday and check that out. Also, I see the Infamous family in the house. I see y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We got some dope interviews and content coming up. I got a cooking video I'm about to do. I think I'm waiting on one more Christmas gift to get here, and we're gonna do wrapping Christmas gifts with Hankin TV. Man, everything is content. Everything is content, you know. And like I was saying, man, with this technology, You could be your own boss. You know, we ain't got to sit back right now, man, and wait on somebody to employ us. We can be our own bosses. It ain't hard. Everybody don't make it. But if you don't try, you ain't gonna never know. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If y'all ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. We on the road to 4K. Also, the last Sunday this month, we got Go Harder with Hankin TV with Butter Go Harder and me myself, Hankin TV. That's gonna be a dope show. We're gonna kick off the new year. We're gonna end 2024 on a good note, and then we're gonna kick off the new year with a bang, man. I definitely gonna be doing this wrapping Christmas gifts with Hankin TV soon. I'm waiting on this last gift to get here. I think it said it'll be here Tuesday. I'm gonna crank up the camera. We're gonna wrap some Christmas gifts and we just gonna kick it. You know what I'm saying? And I got a cooking video I'm about to do. I'm about to make some nachos. This ain't gonna be a prison food cooking video. This is gonna be a real world food cooking video. I got a chicken nacho. I make this raw. I'm gonna tell y'all the ingredients how I make it now, but we still gonna do the video. So what I do, I take me one of them tin pans, you know, them little tin pan. We're gonna call it a pie pan. I put the nacho chips on there. I just use tortilla chips. You could use Doritos, whatever you want. I use the tortilla chips. I put them in the pan. I sprinkle it with cheese. I put the shredded cheese on there. I fry me some chicken breasts. I fry about 2 chicken breasts. I chop it up into chicken chunks. So then I take the tortilla chips with the cheese on it, put them in the oven, let the cheese melt on it. Once the cheese melt, I take them out, put them chicken chunks on there, put some pico on there, then hit it with some sour cream. Man, banging, you hear me? But we definitely about to be getting into these cooking videos. We're going to be doing real world food cooking videos. And I'm also going to be whipping up some of these prison recipes. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised with some stuff you can make in there with a little bit of nothing, man. So, man, just make sure y'all be here Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be hanking with CC Server. I got some dope interviews on my channel. So if y'all ain't checked them out, make sure y'all go through there and check them out. I'm going to take y'all out with something. Let me see. I'm going to take y'all out with the... also, everything I play, even the intro, all this, the little stuff I play coming in and going out, it got a message in it. So don't think it's just good music. Just listen to it. I'm going to hit y'all with one before we go.
You hate on a nigga. I don't understand why you hate on me, nigga. We don't understand. Show love, nigga. It don't show nothing. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love. I was doing this game, man. Show a nigga some love, nigga. Wabbity dabble. Niggas out here don't love me, nigga.
What people gotta really understand, nobody gotta support you, first of all. So I used to take that shit personal. I used to be like, damn, nobody's supporting me, nobody's playing my records, nobody's really rocking with me in the city like that. And then I realized it's not personal. You just gotta make somebody, you gotta make them a believer. If they don't believe you tomorrow, cool. Focus on who is rocking with you, and then you circle back and you come get them on the way back.
Man, this your boy Money Man Rado, man. You hanking with Hankin TV, man. You know what it is, the biggest platform, man. They major.
What up, Wallace Mac? Tell me something slick and make it stick. Man, you already know international best-selling author, the Forget Diamond, reality TV star, Queen Score. Asking for a friend, man. Stop playing with me. Host of Cigar Chats with Mac. But listen, I'm here to talk about Hankin. I'm gonna be on Hankin TV. I'm gonna be hanking with Hankin. I'm telling you now, you do not want to miss the game. I'm gonna be dropping on Hankin TV. Cause we can always supply demand, turn over a profit consistently. See y'all soon.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Kendra Rainey King, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. By the way, Pleasant Grove. I'm an author of 51 books, and I have written various movies as well. I'm a ghostwriter as well. I've written Knee Deep, which is my first movie, Curved Under the Mistletoe, Thick of the Berry, The Sweet of the Juice, and Distinguished Robbers. Those last two will be coming out very soon. And I'm hanking with Hankin TV. Have a blessed day.
New year, new money, big blessings, save haters. It's all mine. Big mouth.
Trap. Hey man, it's your boy Kimo Ginobili, Mr. Private Eye, the one-eyed bandit. Goddamn, I can't stand it. The walking gas station, man. And right now we on the highway, man. Y'all know I'm hanking with Hankin TV, man. Trap. Straight like that.
How you horrors doing today? I ain't want none. I just kind of tell you I was back, bitch.
What's up? What's going on? What we doing? Huh? Is we condoning in this? Is this what y'all call gangster?
What I'd say is this, murder. It's us Ohio boys. You know how we get, you know how some Ohio niggas get down, nigga. Ohio nigga, double O. What's up, yo? Columbus, Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Youngstown. What's up, y'all? Cincinnati, too. I ain't forget about you. You know I love y'all, niggas.
Nigga like me, man. I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
You niggas is not fucking with me. You would never fuck with me. Huh? You niggas is not fucking with me. You don't got the passion. You don't got the wherewithal. You don't got the determination to be in the seat where I'm sitting. You niggas don't know how to reinvent yourself 1,000 times because you don't have that. You want a man because you believe and you want approval. Approval is not a necessity for me. Approval is a cherry on top. Because a nigga will see you work and you'll get that respect.
Hey, what's up now? This Mr. Said Something. I got something to say. I want y'all to tune in to @Hankin TV. If you ain't watching Hankin TV, what you watching? If you ain't watching Hankin TV, what you watch?